Investigative reporter Patrick Nelson joins us live in Clovis tonight with what we learned. Patrick.
Well, Ken and Catherine, we found out that playgrounds are some of the hottest places to be across the valley in the summer. And here in Clovis, only a fraction of the city's playgrounds are covered by any kind of a shaded structure. You can see this playground here behind me near Old Town Clovis. This is an example of a playground that lacks shade during the daytime hours. And I'm told it all.
It's a constant battle, too. I think it's exhausting for me as a parent to have to keep rerouting him.
Celeste Laviento brings her 1.5-year-old son Levi to this Clovis park all the time. But in the summer, hot playground equipment has her on guard.
I had to pull my son off of it earlier because it was too hot to touch.
We gave Celeste an infrared surface thermometer to see just how hot the slide was.
Wow.
What are you seeing?
So it's 154. It's amazing because you just don't really think about it. I mean, I wouldn't have thought touching it. I know it's hot, but I wouldn't have known it was that hot.
We continued to test Clovis playgrounds. At 3:30 in the afternoon, slides in the direct sunlight clocked in at 159 degrees. The rubber pellets patting the ground were even hotter, 164 degrees. How about the baby swing? The side, 132 degrees, and the chain around 150. Doctors say hot playgrounds can send children to the emergency room.
So we'll see lots of contact burns, very small burns like you would if you touch an iron to move away. So luckily we haven't seen severe burns, but I can imagine with an infant that can't move and you put them in a little basket type of swing, that would cause a lot of severe burn.
In the shade at the same parks, this bench was 91 degrees and a slide just 84. A big difference for families wanting to play in the summer. The problem is, in Clovis, there are 53 parks with playgrounds. Only about 15% have shade built in. Clovis Parks manager Eric Aller says there's a reason.
And it's expensive to do that. We're spending a little bit over $100,000 this year to do 2 parks.
Aller says the shade structures are expensive because of how they're engineered and they have to be anchored deep into the ground. But maintenance can be pricey too. Parents have already pointed out the canopy above Dry Creek Park needs to be fixed.
We see the vision as adding more and more shade as time goes on, as the years go by. But again, it's budget driven and it's priority driven. The shade is nice, but if your roads are full of potholes and you can't get to the parks, you have to weigh that.
Until more shade is built, Celeste urges parents to find it where they can and to let the city know that they want it.
Especially for the little ones, and they just go, and if they're not shaded at the least, there can be some problems.
And during our week-long investigation, the Clovis Parks Department tells me that they did hear concerns from residents, and we do have some good news to report. Starting in July, there will be shade structures put up at both Railroad and Helm Ranch Parks in Clovis. That price tag of that project, $116,000, and $116,000 is going to go to build those structures. In the meantime, I'm going to work on building a list on our website of all the shaded parks in Clovis and Fresno. You can head to our website, yourcentralvalley.com. Reporting live in Clovis tonight, Patrick Nelson, CBS 47 Eyewitness News.